saying that. So now
You look like an undercover cop right now. You look like you're trying to buy fentanyl.
You got any?
You look like shit.
Dude, I look handsome.
Unlike
right
me,
now,
who
dude.
looks good.
Hey, folks, you know how fast you're going back there? You got any fucking clue how fast you've been going? Hold up. Dude, sing it, bro. Come on.
Start it up, dude. Let's start up the podcast.
I'm starting it. It feels started to me.
It's not started yet.
People want to peek behind the curtain.
No, they don't.
Yes,
If people
they
want to peek
do.
behind the curtain, they can pull down my pants and stare right down the eye of my penis.
Dude, that's a good peek.
Yeah.
That's a good peek. You get the nice thing about looking down your asshole, it's like you're staring in, but your asshole's staring right back at you.
Yeah,
you know?
that's good.
Do you have any idea how fast you're going back there? Seriously? Are you even aware of how fast you're? That's if I was a cop. Hey, seriously.
No, seriously, you should slow down.
Dude, what the do you have like no perception
If
of
I
how
was a
fast
cop-
you're going, bro?
If I was a cop, I would get in trouble for never writing any tickets because I would let everybody get out of it by sucking me off.
Dude, honestly, I think that should be in the fine print.
The fine print.
Yeah. It's happening anyway. Might as well put it into practice.
I wonder how many cop casts there are. A lot of cops on TikTok Live. Did we talk about that on here already, about how there's so many cops on TikTok Live?
Oh, that lady got fired.
Who?
Some lady got fired because she was doing TikToks in her uniform and stuff.
Oh, dude, there's so many cops on TikTok Live, and then
Yeah.
there's a lot of security guards who look. If you don't look enough and you're at the right angle, they look like cops. So
Yeah.
they like sit in their car and they have their like big thing on, and they like try to act like they're cops, and they
Yeah.
like, and then people are like, "Bitch, you're a security guard."
And
TikTok Live
and
is
I'm
very
like-
fun, dude.
I'm like, what? Excuse me?
TikTok Live is a very fun time.
I
'Cause
love-
I don't just going like because remember I showed it to you last time. I think it was after the pod where you could just go on there and get a rise out of people.
Yeah.
and like it's very fun.
It is fun.
Like people will. There's a lot of very weird people.
You can get addicted to trolling on TikTok Live very easily, I feel like.
Oh, dude, I'll stay up all night and just talk shit to people on TikTok Live.
Fuck you.
Yeah,
For no reason.
Yeah, and it's not even. I'm not even like directly mean. I just tell people what they look like, or I tell people. I accuse people of being somebody they're not.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, maybe I should have been a cop.
I thought I was going to be a cop, but
I
then
think I blew it.
They measured my penis at the academy, and they said it's way too big to be a cop. And to be a cop, you have to have a small dick.
Dude, well, they said I just use my dick as like the baton. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, fuck the cops. No, I wanted to be
One whack from my hog on a perp's leg, bone shattered immediately, dude.
That's what you do. You chase
My
down
dick-
a perp and then you
it
smack
gets,
him with a dick.
It gets so hard sometimes
Ew.
that like,
You think it's going to explode?
dude, and I'll just one tap on a perp, and I'll shatter their
No, I thought I was going to be a
entire
cop.
hip structure.
I thought I wanted to be a highway patrolman.
Yeah. Oh, see, that's the worst one.
Why? That's the best one.
Highway patrol?
What are you talking about?
Nah, dude, the best one is the guy who gets to go see all the murders and solve stuff.
Detective?
Yeah.
No, none of it's good, but I had a big idea for about 2 weeks that I was going to go in the Navy, and then I was going to be a highway patrolman. And then I sat back and thought about it for 5 minutes, and I was like, nah.
Yeah.
And then one time there was this girl who I was in love with, and her friend and her family were going to the beach, and so me and a friend of mine went over there, and I told my parents I was going to like a Navy thing, like a Navy seminar, when I was a senior in high school, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna go over there and go to this. Find out how to be in the Navy, which is so stupid, but it worked flawlessly.
Yeah, yeah. But were the girls there?
The girls were there. Yeah, I got a OTPHJ
Oh, shit.
over the pants hand job.
Damn, I've done some dry humping before.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You were dry humping last night.
a little bit.
Dude, Kevin showed up with his lady on his arm,
Hell
hand
yeah.
on his crotch.
Yeah, dude, all day. I had to hold my pants up. My pants were, they're like 12 inches too big, so they fall down unless I'm grabbing my dick and I'm holding up by the crotch of the pants. And anytime I'm with my girl, that's how I roll.
You treated your lady to some comedy club food last night, dude.
Oh, I get only the best
Loaded,
for my bride.
loaded fries.
Dude, only the best for the.
Would you guys go home and have dueling diarrhea?
Hell yeah, dude! It was sick. Yeah, dude, it was great. No, we, she went right to bed. You know, it was the best ending to a date that you'd ever want.
You weren't pressing her?
I mean, it's been 20
Oh, I thought you were going to say it's been so long since we've consummated our marriage.
No, I mean, I don't press, man. She knows I'm ready to go, and so when she's ready to go, she just walks up to me, taps me on the shoulder,
Like, taps you on the shoulder.
Yeah, she calls me in from the bullpit.
Yeah, at the bullpit.
Yeah,
what I do is I get completely nude, and then I tie my arms to the shackles I have set up on the bedpost behind. So get my legs and arms fixated, like I look a little bit like the Da Vinci machine, Yeah. And so then I go in there, and then I'm just completely naked with a massively erect penis, and I'm in a torture position.
Yeah.
And then my beloved comes in and goes, "Can you take trash out?" And I said, "Well, you got to unhook me."
Dude, I have a hard time getting aroused just by normal means.
I hate the sunglasses so much.
So
it's so hard.
Okay.
It's impossible to stay. I just can't do it.
No, I have a hard time. I have to steal something. So I like to go to the Lowe's. And if I can get sometimes you go to like the industrial section and they'll have a screw, like a hex screw and a nut that's just fucking huge.
Yeah.
I got to shove one of those in my ass before, and then I leave, and the thing will be going off and I'll be going, oh, the door alarm will be me, because I'll walk past and the scent, I'm going, I don't know. I got no clue. And that's when I really start to feel the blood flowing,
And then you're in the bedroom and it sounds like a NASCAR pit crew because she's loosening and tightening and loosening and tightening.
Just shredding.
I auditioned to be a guy in a 5-hour energy commercial that was on a NASCAR pit crew. And it was awful because they're like, all right, so now literally you're just in a room with 3 of the stupidest people you've ever met in your entire life, and they're all sitting behind a thing. And they're like, all right, so go for it. And then I just have to be, literally I just had to sit there and be like, like just move my arm, do like a weird. It's literally was like if you're doing charades of like a NASCAR pit crew guy.
Yeah,
it was
you can't
awful.
say it. Yeah, no, I remember the one that we did, and I feel like I've talked about this somewhere, but it was like my day, my life, my 5-hour energy. It was like something like that, and it was so bad. But I remember at that time, everybody that I knew was doing that commercial audition.
Was auditioning for 5 hours.
Yes, literally because
they would those auditions. They would have like 1,000 people there.
Yeah,
there was people in that audition.
Open mic, and everybody's like, "It's 5-hour energy commercial."
Yeah,
you wouldn't believe it.
Everybody in the audition was like half. They had to cut their own hair that morning.
Soupy.
Every episode is interrupted by the dog.
I mean, it feels right.
That's how you kick off the podcast, is by getting interrupted by the dog.
Yeah. Welcome to Bag Fries podcast.
Hey, welcome to Bag Fries, everybody. That and much more this week on the Bag Fries podcast. Let's just restart, dude.
What?
I knew you'd get mad.
Dude, no way.
You should have seen Kevin last night, dude. He was just fucking out on the town.
Hell yeah, dude. I went to Black Rabbit Rose, bro. I went back there. My wife's like, "How do you know where?" I'm like, "I performed here for like 2 years, like every other week, basically, right? So like every other week, or would have it down to once a month eventually."
Yeah, I don't know. Who cares?
But went there, took the lady and my buddies, Pat, Christina, and Brandon Baker, who you met, all came out, and we went, and I don't know, I wasn't that impressed.
By the magic?
Wasn't that impressed.
Why?
They didn't really blow me away. Like,
what kind of magic was it? Was it cards? Because card magic sucks ass.
They did all kinds of magic.
Card magic is the worst. Because even whenever I was in Vegas,
it was impressive.
When we were in Vegas doing shows, and we had that lady who would like get us tickets to any show, we went to that guy Shin Lim, who
pardon me,
is like he's a magician, but he does everything he does is card.
The shin limbs connected to the ankle limb.
Did card magic. It was all revolving around cards. And after you see 2 card tricks, you've really seen them all.
Yeah, but sometimes he'll make somebody throw up, and then is that your card? It'll be in the puke, and that shit is cool.
He's like, and someone's like, ow! And he's like, show me your penis. And there's a folded card coming out of the person's penis, and it's covered in...
There'll be, I've seen somewhere it'll be like, what was the name of the nurse's boyfriend in the delivery room when you were born?
Yeah, that's like a mentalist.
I'm not sure. And then he's like, like opens up. It's like, it says Becky, and she's like, starts bawling. Like,
Yeah. That type of shit is interesting, like the
like
mentalist thing. Like, that's cool. And like some of them, card magic just doesn't do it for me. And like close-up magic where they're like,
Yeah.
okay, now look at your hands. There's nothing there. And then you
Yeah.
like, they show it. And then you have like the Richard Ramirez pentagram.
always.
Yeah.
He did one thing where he took 6 items from 6 different audience members and put them in a bag,
Made a gun.
and then made a gun, and he killed himself.
Yeah, he shot himself in the head with.
That was impressive.
Yeah.
And then he came out of the bag. You're like, "Ta-da!" I mean, he still had a chunk out of his head, but he was alive.
Did you ask for your money back?
Yeah, immediately. I was like,
You should have.
I go, boo, not magic. And then
It's in your hat. It's in your hat. It's in his hat. Shot. You get kicked out. Was it in the same room where we
I
did
kept
the
turning to Jenny going, like,
in the front row?
really?
You guys really believe that?
Yeah.
It would be very funny to heckle a magic show. Was it in that same room?
Same room, yeah, same
Interesting.
everything. And there was, but the thing, he took 6 items, and then he was able to tell who they belonged to, and he claimed to be a mentalist or whatever. And then there was a lady that was eating fire and stuff, and she was cool.
Man, I saw one of the worst magicians ever on Fremont Street in Vegas. This guy was the worst. Where he's like, okay, I need a $20 bill from everybody in the crowd. Not everybody. He's like, I need a $20 bill from 3 people, and he like kept like doing these things where like we were just like we were drunk, whatever, and like
Yeah.
Kelly's sister he's like, I need a volunteer, and we were like, go do it, and then she goes up there, and he's like, okay, I'm not gonna rape you, and then he's like, oh come on guys, like, get offended? These are jokes. Like it was like
What?
that wasn't exactly what he said, but that was like along the
Yeah.
lines of what he was saying.
I've never seen a magician melt down before.
But he was like, guys, come on, these are jokes. And then
Yeah.
like he took the $20 bills and he like he did some bullshit where he put them like inside of an orange, and so then he at the end of it he like pulled the three $20 bills out of the orange, and then so they're like soaking wet and sopping fresh orange juice, and then
Yeah.
he sets them back on the hat where like people are supposed to give money, and he was like, feel free to grab your $20 bill, and it's like now your $20 bill is just soaked in orange juice.
No fucking
And he's
way,
like, and then
dude.
it's funny because Kelly's friend Chelsea went up and grabbed her $20 bill back, and she was like, suck my dick.
Yeah.
And this guy is funny because I was like, I want to see what's up with this guy, and so I followed him on Instagram, and I just see him pop up every now and again, and I'm like, oh, that's the worst magician ever.
just doing the same thing.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because even
It's like-
I like street performance type
He
shit.
just shoves it in an orange. That's
Yeah,
it.
was awful.
And then pulls it out of
Vegas
it?
street performers are some of the worst in the entire world. It is just fucking awful. And because all of them are on heroin, all of them like
Oh,
because on
yeah.
Fremont Street there's like those circles. And people can just like you just I don't know if you have to get there early, you have rented out
You
whatever.
don't have to get a permit or anything.
No, people will just stand there
You have
and
to
it'll
take
be
a
like fat
Crack test.
It'll just be like slutty grandma, and it'll be like a fat. Remember that show Recess? The
Yeah,
cartoon.
yeah.
There'll be a woman who looks like the yard aid teacher lady, the big old, with her huge tits out, covered in electrical tape, just on the very end, and she just like sits there and like literally this lady had a Bill Clinton mask on, and those her big crazy tits covered in electrical.
Long?
The longest you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like they're a new unit of measurement beyond miles that they would have to use of how long her tits were.
Like, dang,
and then
girl
she
got
just sits,
2 scarves hanging off
sits
her
there
neck.
like waving, and then fucking dipshits come over and like take a picture with them.
Yeah.
You know, and then like there's other ladies that'll like hit you with a belt and stuff like
Really?
like the street they're dressed up like Vegas, like big headdress thing
yeah,
on, like
yeah.
hey, and then you take a picture with them, or there's like sexy guys, or there was one guy that was like
Sexy guy.
they're sexy guys, like, you know, cowboys with 6 packs. They're just like, and then like a
They're
lady
just standing on the street.
in the little circles on Fremont Street. Yeah, they're just standing. That's all they do. So they wear like a cowboy
I've never seen
hat.
the hot guys.
What are you talking about? And then like you go up, the lady goes up and like
Yeah.
they hold her up in the air, and then she takes a picture and posts it on Instagram. She was like, nobody does it like us in Vegas. And it's like, no, you just paid these fucking drug addicts $20 to take a picture with them. There was this one guy.
Nobody does it like we do it.
There was this one guy who would just lay on the ground, and you could just move him into any position you wanted to move him into.
Yeah.
And so there's like,
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
so there's like, you pay him, I guess,
Shit's
and then he just
stupid.
lays there, and then there's like a family with like their 2 fucking mullet head toothless kids,
Yeah.
like moving him around, and it's like using his hand to punch himself in the balls, and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he just stays there. I say we take that guy and we put him on the edge of a building.
I think we should have him. We should manipulate his fingers into a white power symbol.
Oh, you could, and he would.
then
Yeah.
put like a Nazi hat on him and put the thing, and then take a picture of him and cancel him.
Yeah, that's what we should.
Make him do the Sieg Heil, dude.
It was unbelievable. And it's like, it's funny because when we were in New Orleans, there was like some really good shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
In New Orleans, like there was, remember I sent you a video of that guy that was like juggling swords and like doing all this shit. Vegas I don't think is the place for street. It's a real fucking cesspool.
I mean, I feel like, I don't know. Do they keep the like unsavory element out of the New Orleans area?
I think that in New Orleans you need
place?
more of a permit. What?
Fat Tuesday,
Bourbon Street?
Bourbon
the French
Street.
Quarter.
The French Quarter. That's
Yeah.
right.
So there's like a spot where it's funny because I talked to this guy for a second and he was explaining how like in Jackson Square where all those people are.
Jackson Banks.
Yeah, Jackson Bank Square. In Jackson Square, there's like a different spots where there's like the good spot and like there's like a lottery that people draw, but you have to like earn your way into that lottery by like being good, I guess. I'm not even 100% sure.
That's kind of cool.
But there's like spots where you can do your
Get
thing.
better spots.
Yeah. And there's always like a group of 3 black dudes that like
Hell yeah.
that like kind of dance a little bit, but mostly they just like pump everybody up, and then their most athletic friend jumps over 3 people.
Yeah.
That's always a thing.
Dude, anytime there's 3 black dudes,
Yeah,
I'm sold. I'm like, yes.
I love street performers, but it's like I really, really do. In New Orleans, we had a great time just like hanging out and drinking and watching street performers.
Yeah.
And in Vegas, it was just like because you walk by these people and they're just like on the ground. There's like little like small circles everywhere. That's like just enough to fit one person.
And they have to stay in those circles?
I believe so.
Wow.
Because that's why I walk up and I smack the dudes right on the penis, and then I'm like, "Feel free to chase me." And then they can chase me, but I can jump into one of the other circles. And then as soon as I jump in the circle, I'm safe.
That's the game.
Yeah, that's the game.
Did I ever tell
There's also
you?
kids out there like rapping and like
yeah,
playing
yeah.
drums.
I
and,
always liked that. That's how there was a lot of that in New York.
There's bucket drummers.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of fucking nonsense.
I heard a bucket drummer, and as a drummer, I was kind of critical of him. I couldn't even enjoy myself.
Is bucket drumming hard?
Yeah. I mean,
Are there like good and bad bucket drummers?
Yes, of course. I mean, it's not like you're changing any. I mean, there's some fundamentals of like what's going on. There's no foot thing. That's hard. So you have to basically.
Which you see my setup. I have Neil Peart set up, but it's drum. It's buckets.
I mean, I've done that stuff.
It's how they have the chime is a bunch of cans that are set up together.
Dude, that would work.
Yeah.
I mean, I could, if at worst case scenario in my whole life, I could do bucket
In New
drumming.
Orleans, I saw dudes
That would save me.
weren't
from
quite doing bucket drumming,
poverty.
but they had a crazy setup, and it was pots and pans, but some of them had like a certain amount of nails in the pots and pans, so they would and there was a dude playing a violin, and these dudes were legitimately ripping and like playing like the pot and pan drums with like the nails inside, and it sounded awesome, and we were having a great, people are dancing, we were having a good time, but in Vegas, it's a real nasty subsect of people.
Dude, if there was an equivalent measure of like comedy to like that band that you were describing, like that's where I'm headed.
Yeah.
They were like, dude, there's this guy telling jokes. It was actually good.
It would be funny if there was somebody
He had
doing
his
crowd
dick
work.
out.
Crowd work in the circle. Like,
Yeah.
so where you two folks come from? And it
Dude,
just-
I bet it would make you so good.
Oh,
I
yeah.
bet it would be amazing practice.
There was a guy at on Hollywood Boulevard one time that was like doing stand up, like doing whatever, and I was just walking by, and he was like, "Oh, you that white boy from the Ice House?" And I was like, "Yep, that's me."
What?
And then I just kept moving. Oh, it was on Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh, it was
Not in Vegas,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I was like,
"Are you that white boy from the Ice House?" That's what he said. And I was like, "Yeah."
who said that? Did
So
you see who
some
it
guy-
was?
No, you would never know who this guy
It
was.
was Dave Chappelle.
I've also seen a guy.
It could have been Martin Lawrence.
I've seen
bro.
a guy on Hollywood Boulevard. You know how they do the mixtapes where they're like,
Yeah,
put it.
yeah.
I seen a guy do
All right,
that
12 bucks.
with a stand-up DVD.
Get the fuck
I
out of here.
swear to God, 100%.
Hey, you want to check on my stand up?
And he like was like, and I was like, I'm good. I was
Here.
every time that I would be, because I used to have to walk through there to go to the train whenever I lived over there,
Yeah.
and so I'd be walking through, and they'd be like, "Come on," and I'd be like, I literally every time I'd be like, "Hey man, I live here," and they'd be like, "Oh, all right then."
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Dude, I've taken those CDs twice, and
And paid?
no, but then I told the guy, because he would be like, "All right, that's $20," and I was like, "Wait, what?" And then he's like, "Yeah, for this." I'm like, "I don't like it that much. Like, I don't even listen to it." I'm like, "Come on." And what are you doing? And I'm like, he's like, come on, man, you don't want to pay. And I was like, no, dude, I'm starving to death. Can't you tell by my distended belly? And there was a couple times where a guy got pissed at me for doing that.
For not paying?
Yeah.
But you took it with you.
Yeah, because he goes, here, man, check out my CD. I go, yeah, absolutely. Thanks, man. And then I didn't take it. But then he was like, give me some money. I was like, no, you just gave it to me.
Yeah,
What are you
that's the
talking
oldest
about?
trick in the book.
Yeah. And then he's like, no. And then I'm like, I gave it back to him. And I'm like, now you pay me $20.
I'm selling it to you.
Yeah.
The only time I've ever paid for any of those things is I bought one on Venice Beach one time because it made me laugh because it was reggae for children. And this guy had a radio flyer wagon he was pulling that had a speaker and he was literally like, da itchy beachy pie dog came up the water spout, man. Like, it made me laugh so hard. So I was like, all right, dude, I'll give you $10. He's like, okay.
Yeah, man.
Three blind mice. Three blind mice. It made me laugh so fucking hard, the reggae for children.
Dude, one of my biggest disappointments in my life was you were talking about that guy who you can hold him into place.
Yeah.
And then he pays. And that's always what I wanted to do when I was growing up. And then I got diagnosed with restless leg syndrome.
Yeah, that sucks. You know what I did? There was actually
do it. It destroyed me.
There was two of those guys on opposite ends of Fremont Street, and so we passed one of the guys and we saw another guy doing it, and so I put $20 in his thing. And I looked at him and I did the thumbs up, and he they don't move. He like winked at me.
Yeah.
And so then me and my friend Sam, we picked that guy up. I held his legs and Sam held his arms, and we walked like about a half mile down Fremont Street.
Fucking way.
Took a few rests on the way because he was heavy, and then went to the other guy, and then we set them up. We gave the other guy the other guy who was waiting. We gave him $20, and he winked at us, and then we put the other guy on top of him in a 69 position.
Dude, hell
and I pulled the guy's pants down so that his I pulled his pants. I like went to pull his pants down, and then I waved up a $100 bill. And then I ripped the $100 bill in half and put each half in one of the things. That's $50. And then
That's $50.
So then I pulled both of their pants down and put them in a 69 position. And then I grabbed his chin and I opened his mouth.
Yeah.
And then Sam went to one guy and I went to the other guy. And Sam pushed the guy's butt up and down, and I pushed the other guy's head up and down.
Dude, that's sick.
Yeah, it was really tight.
That's great. Only for $20.
No, it was $140.
140.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
$140 it cost.
Dude, for $140, you could probably get like 25 prostitutes, right?
No, prostitutes are pretty expensive.
Are they?
In Vegas? Yeah. Because that's the thing, what I've read.
What I've read, $5 for a BJ, right?
No. Somebody could pay you $5 for a BJ.
Wow, if it was offered.
Yeah.
It depends on who's
the way those people do things, I think, is that they're like, there's a cost that seems like low, where it's like $199, and you're like, that's not so bad. And then they get to your hotel room and like, well, $199 just for me to come here.
Yeah.
And now.
Yeah.
Then she pulls out a chart, and then it goes like, it's really, really, it looks like a Chinese food menu where there's a million items, and on the very end, it says for $400 they'll kill you.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yes. I feel like there's a lot of upselling in prostitution.
Yeah.
I hate that. That's really.
Or they'll wear they'll have like a guy in the corner with like a movie theater clicker, and then they'll jack you off, and then they'll
clip the jacks.
Yeah. And then you got to pay per jack.
I mean, that's actually, I could probably get out pretty cheap for that one.
It's a good deal for some people.
Yeah, for me that'd be great.
Yeah,
it'd just be maybe 2 or 3 jacks. Like how much? If it's $1 a stroke.
Yeah,
I could get out of there.
Maddie had a little llama, little llama, little llama.
If I was listening to that, dude.
Yeah, reggae for children.
Yeah.
I gotta get. Yeah, I bet we could look up on Spotify. I bet he's streaming now.
I love you.
Yeah, I said we're going to do Barney, man. Yeah,
Abo. Yeah, dude. That man, Barney doing reggae.
Wasn't there a documentary that came out that like being on like that there was some dark shit going on the Barney set?
I don't think so.
Where did they shoot Barney? New York?
They shot Barney on a Tuesday.
Yeah. Do you think
by a firing squad?
Yeah. I wonder if Barney's a New Yorker, he has like a Yankee fitted. He walks around in a puff coat.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey, yo, Ock, let me get it." I'm surprised, dude. You should have
Yo,
gone.
Ock,
Yo, Ock, sure, Bonnie, sure. First, I put Bonnie's penis in my mouth. That's what the
Dude, I thought about going there.
You should have gone there.
But I don't know. It seemed like there's so much glass up in the videos. Like,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
just like,
It's in Harlem. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, I'm not going to Harlem.
See, that's the first thing I do when I go to a new city is I find someone on a street corner and I say, "What's the worst neighborhood here?"
Yeah.
And then I go over there and I just start fucking pressing people. And I'm like, "Jump me in, jump me in."
Dude, did you get jumped in?
I tried, but no, they always hump me in.
Did you get jumped in or humped in? Everybody knows that, dude. No, you can get. That's the thing about the gangs is they're really discriminatory because I always try to get fucked into the gang and they won't do it. They're like,
just fuck me, man.
nah, man, nah. You go, nah, man, that's for the girls. And we got to beat your ass. I'm like, I don't like violence, all right?
You ever seen a video of someone get jumped in one of those things? They'll fuck you up.
It's really brutal. Yeah.
It's like, it's kind of funny because it's like they're not like.
Dude, Fresno had all kinds of that shit. So I saw that a decent amount.
People get jumped into gangs?
Yeah.
You saw it actually happening?
I saw it happen twice.
Whoa. You should have ran up there and been like, me too, fuck me.
We also had, I remember a couple of times, just like a huge brawl at the school where like a bunch of people were jumping in and it was like 50 or 60 people like fighting like all at once. I'm just like praying.
There's
you know,
teachers,
I'm like,
teachers blowing whistles.
yeah, absolutely. Like going fucking nuts. Like, I guess that was the one time that happened. I was at a football game. But I remember seeing like big brawls happen where multiple people are fighting at the same time and just like, it was wild, dude.
Yeah,
It was
fights at
just
school
wild
were
stuff.
good as hell.
And it wasn't like a horrible school. You know, it was like a supposedly decent, but I don't know. There was a lot of gang activity, a lot of violence.
Yeah,
I was praising the Lord.
was in high school just around the time of like when iPhones and stuff were first popping. There's like a few other phones that were like videos, so like videos of fights were like a currency.
Yeah. That's nuts. You're like, hey, give me $2. I'll show you the video of the
Let's do it straight up.
Martinez Gray fight.
Yeah, I've talked about my fight I got in high school on here before, haven't I?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Where I because I did. Remember, it was in the Australian thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Where I threw the weakest punch of all time. It was like slow motion. But I was very confident walking up, and then I was like, and then like barely, like bitch.
Yeah.
And then someone stole his pizza.
Dude, I had, that's how the dreams that
There's a
I
lot of
have-
pussy in getting in a fight at school.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you look cool.
Well, and then girls think you can protect them.
Yeah, and I can. I can protect it. Dude, I can protect any woman.
Dude, nobody's protected.
Last night, you looked like a bitch.
What?
Because everybody was saying that you look like you can't even protect your wife.
Everybody said
And
that.
people said
dude?
that.
Damn.
He walked up to me and they're like, I think I might test Kevin right now. And I was like, why, what's up? He's like, because he looks looking weak as hell in front of his bitch.
Dude, if they would have tried,
Look at him with a belly full of loaded fries.
I'd have come over gout-footed and all and started swinging.
Ooh, you hit him with you breaking crystals on their head.
Hell yeah, dude, I'll gout them out.
Yeah.
No, I think if there's anything that would make me go to violence, it would have to do with Jenny. That's probably it.
Jenny. Would you fight any of her students?
Fuck yeah, dude, if they started talking shit.
Dude, how bad would you feel about yourself if your wife left you for a student?
Very bad.
Would you
I would be like, it's about time. I figured this was going to happen.
just like a cool 8th grader?
She's like, yeah, because she's like, I mean, the fact that she's with me this long means that an 8th grader could probably game her up pretty hard.
That's got to be the worst because that shit like when that's what people like when a teacher gets caught, a female teacher gets caught letting a younger student hit.
So crazy.
It's like that's crazy in general, but also her husband's got to be like, what the fuck,
Dude, yeah, that's nuts, man. That is really like the inside. I guess I
You
just
let a child take your bitch?
Yeah, but like the inside the mind of the teacher too. I'm just like I do not get that. Like how you got to be fucked in the head, you know? Like I don't know for this because a lot of them are like not. They're like almost prepubescent. Like a lot of the kids that it's like it's crazy. That's nuts.
Yeah,
Like, I love that brand new dick. I like that brand new erection, right fresh out of the pantry.
You're right out of the pantry. Well, I mean, usually it's like a kid in high school, so it's like they're probably, like
Packing heat.
packing heat.
Damn, dude.
Everyone knows high school's got the biggest dick.
Dude, there are some brave kids out there.
Oh yeah, you're making a move on your teacher. You know how crazy that is.
That's nuts.
That's like you man, and it's funny because I would tell everybody.
Yeah.
As soon as if I smashed a teacher, I would tell everybody.
Absolutely.
Not even like I'm telling on her. I would just walk around the school and be like, "Yeah,
video
bro,
of it, like,
you think that a video of a fight is good currency? You have a video of you smashing the teacher?
Yeah.
Whew.
Me, I'm boning Miss McTaggart, dude. You would not believe this shit.
Bro, I gotta show you the craziest shit I ever saw.
Dude, but like that is the type of confidence that, like, I remember being in like my late 20s with my buddies. We're all married up and whatnot, and just like, 3 or 4 drinks in, and just being like, man, if I could go back in time with the mentality that I have now, understanding,
you smash teachers.
yeah, dude, like not teachers, but just like, because there's so many situations in high school where, especially the guys that I roll with, are nice guys for the most part. They're not going to be like rude to a woman or like risk willing.
Me and my gang, we are never rude to women. Dudes, all the guys in leather jackets and sunglasses, and you're like grease.
Yeah,
You're like, we're kind to the ladies.
We respectful. Wow. We'll open the door. Wow.
If I had a time machine, that might be the first thing I'd try to do is go back in high school and try to smash a teacher.
Dude, well,
Just throw it out there.
but think about like the confidence that you have as a man now. Like
Yeah.
the idea of like talking, for me, the idea of going up and talking to a woman that I'm attracted to and like saying I'm attracted to you, like I never had a problem with that. I was always able to do that. But
a teacher.
a teacher, dude, like that's another level.
Well, you got to start small. You got to smash like the big special ed teacher. She's getting chairs broken over her head. She's getting pencils jammed in her ear.
That's nice to be appreciated.
Yeah. So you smash her, and then
Yeah.
you're like building up confidence.
I will say the special ed teacher at the school I went to, there was
Pretty smoking.
pretty smoking. Yeah,
Being a special ed teacher, he's got a permanent black eye.
dude, it's rough.
Those kids,
It's rough.
special ed kids, whoop the fuck out of the teacher. And it's funny because that seems fun too. I might even go back in time if I had a time machine, pretend to be special ed, and just smack the teacher around.
Dude, they'll bite you.
I would do
the
it.
Kids will bite you.
I would bite the teacher.
Oh, you would.
Yeah, I would paper mache a bunch of newspaper and try to stab the teacher.
Dude, I would you're saying if you were in special ed,
No, I'm saying if I had a time machine, second thing I would do is try
go
to
back.
smash the teacher. First thing I'd do is pretend to be special ed, and then go in there and just go 10 rounds with each teacher.
you're
I
like
would just piece up the teacher because you can't get in trouble. You know?
it's true, dude.
Just smack the teacher around.
Yeah, yeah.
I would throw fakes. I would be like, "Whew, yeah, like because I would have the
Fuck you, stupid.
yeah, like I would have the knowledge of how to fight, and then I would just like,
Yeah.
I'd come into the class, dude. If I could go back in time, I would come into class with headgear. I'd come in with UFC. I would come
Return of Ricky Retardo.
yeah, I would come into the class every day with UFC gloves on. And I would just be like, "What's up?"
Yeah.
I'd be like, "What kind of rules you want today?
When we
you want
working with
you want
today?
boxing rules? You want like Pride FC rules?
Yeah,
you want
yeah.
UFC? Like you want to like fuck? Let me know what's up.
Hey, just tell me when we're going.
Tell me how you." I would walk right in. I'd walk right in, no shirt,
Yeah.
swim trunks, and UFC gloves.
I do no swim trunks.
No swim shirt. You'd go Winnie the Pooh.
Dude,
Tell me how you want it.
If I was going back in the day, I'd probably just like grab a lot of women around as a retarded
As
kid.
a special ed.
Yeah, it's like if you're in special ed and your teacher's like trying to teach you to read and you're just poking her in the it's like, what are you gonna do, you know?
Yeah, that's a good start.
It's not even
That's the base
sexual.
level of smashing a teacher.
That is.
Is
It's
you
like-
just like you gain confidence.
You go
Yeah.
you're like laughing like
Yeah.
a psycho.
I wonder what's happening more: if special ed teachers are getting beat up or if they're getting honked.
No, I definitely beat up because I mean when I was at the Center for Autism, I mean there was it every day, like there was kids that were being getting violent or trying to, and like that was like part of the.
I would jump up on the
reason.
desk. I'd smack my elbow twice, and I would just jump right on the teacher's. I would smash the teacher's desk like it was. I'd lay the teacher across the desk like it was the WWF announcers table, and then I'd pump everybody else in the class and be like,
yeah.
What? But dude, imagine.
I do the razor's edge on her.
Yeah,
you know
you
what
do
I
that
mean?
thing where you fold the teacher's leg up in the chair, and then you go to work on the teacher's leg.
Dude, I do top rope. I put the teacher back to back and then put him up here, go top rope, and then jump off, dude. Fucking boom.
Man,
I'd start slicking my hair back and carrying a razor and like chomping on a toothpick. You know?
Yeah.
Full on Razor Ramon, dude.
nobody wreaks havoc like special needs kids, dude.
That's true. Dude, what if Jordan Peterson was a WWF wrestler?
There's been a lot of those. They've tried to do with that like more pompous WWF guy.
Yeah.
It's like I remember, dude. I was fucking pissed. I remember right after 9/11. This was a good move by WWF, but they had these French guys who hated America.
That's good.
And they had a few terrorist type characters, I think, before
Yeah.
that. But then they had these French guys, the Un-Americans. I remember they called them.
Really?
And and they would like one of them was like a bastard who had who always snuck brass knuckles in his shorts, and it was like a big thing where
Yeah.
it's like, oh no, he's got the brass knuckles, and he'll fucking
The Frenchman.
yeah. There's like two French guys.
Man, dude, have you ever watched the Peaky Blinders?
No,
So they all wear hats, but they sew a razor blade into the brim of their hat. So like it would be like right on the edge, and then
What's
they,
that
when they get into a fight, they take off their hat and then whoosh, whoosh, they try to or they'll take the razor blade, they'll fuck people up, dude.
Peaky Blinders can suck my dick.
Peaky Blinders can suck my dick.
Tough British people, fuck them.
Yeah, I mean they're tough though. They just have accents.
Well,
you know?
no, they have knives. Tough Americans just shoot you.
Well, that's cowardly Americans.
I'll shoot a Peaky Blinder, no questions asked, dude.
The great thing about shooting people is you don't have to like put any effort.
I told
into,
you about
like,
what-
getting good at it.
I told you what happened to me on Monday, right?
No, I don't think so.
On Monday, after I got done hosting potluck, and that drunk guy came up to me and was like, "Hey,
Oh yeah,
dude." So I got done. I'll just tell everybody else. I got done hosting at the Comedy Store. This drunk guy comes up to me, wasted, and he goes, "Hey man, I loved it, dude. That was great." He goes, "Here's my card. Let me know 50% off anything you want."
Yeah,
and then
dude.
he walked away, and I looked at the card, and it was a Smith & Wesson engineer.
it's so sick, dude.
I'm gonna hit him up, dude.
You should. I mean, honestly, like that was the 22 I used to have was a Smith and Wesson. Yeah, and I loved that gun. It was great.
I want a pistol.
Yeah,
I want to carry it everywhere.
Well, you have to conceal carry, but then the hard thing about conceal carry is you can't
Dude, my neighbor conceal carries.
really.
I told you that my neighbor downstairs, he was gardening the other day, and I saw him. He bent down, and he had a fucking piece on his back.
Oh, I thought you meant your next door neighbor.
Oh no, my downstairs neighbor.
Damn.
And so now every time I see him, I'm like, when I see him walking his dog outside, I'm always trying to get a peek, and I've seen he's got it out there, dude.
Yeah, if you do conceal carry, you can't drink, you can't smoke.
Yeah,
like,
you
can't.
can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I
dude.
can.
Dude, no, you can't, bro.
I'll be concealed carry. I'll be fucking wasted on stage. I'm not even going to conceal.
I'll
I'm
be
gonna,
open carry
I'm going to say
wasted.
that's what I'm saying. I'm going to open carry on stage, gun on my hip.
Yeah.
If someone heckles, I'll be like, "Don't make me," and I'll just touch my hand on it and put my other left hand down.
Yeah,
be like,
yeah,
"Don't make me,"
ma'am?
and then I'll sell "Don't Make Me" T-shirts.
I go, please calm down.
Yeah.
The please calm down shirts.
No,
Stop resisting.
I'm gonna sell. And I'll sell my silhouette of me with my left hand out, hand on my hip that say "Don't make me."
Yeah,
Yeah, the open carry comic.
I like that.
That's
dude.
a good idea.
Honestly, I bet that would be huge. Like that could be huge somewhere.
Dude.
Don't make me.
Any rational person should be on the edge of selling out to be a conservative at any second, because I feel like there's so much money in being a conservative sellout. Like,
Yeah. I mean, I'm basically already there.
Not at all. I'm
but
just
I
saying,
gotta
like,
go for it.
being like there's so much money in being especially if you're not white. There's so much money in being a conservative sellout.
I mean, what do you mean? Like, are you talking about like the Candace Owenses of the world?
Yeah, and I'm not even talking about at that level, because there's a million people where it's like type of person that exists so that actually racist people can be like, well, see, he said it.
Yeah, but that's all the black dudes I know for the most part.
No,
I don't know
not-
any like democratic black dudes in real life except for here. Like all the guys that I knew back in Fresno were like conservative black dudes.
Yeah, but I mean, being a conservative in the 2000s versus being a conservative now is very different.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about like, there's a big difference between the black dudes that you knew in Fresno weren't like going on Facebook and be like, George Floyd died of fentanyl overdose. Like that, that's not what we're talking about. It's just dudes who are like,
Even though that is true.
shut up, dude.
Hey, look at toxicology, folks.
No, you don't.
Look at
it's not-
toxicology, folks.
It's just, Candace Owens is somebody who, good for her because she found the ultimate grift. Like,
I don't know. I know so many people that sell things that are not true because they genuinely believe them. I know so many people. I've never met one of those people that was like, it's all an act. I'm just doing it for good.
well, it's
like
I mean,
they
that's
really
because
are like really
no,
thinking.
but it's because you do something for long enough that you start to believe it.
Yeah, maybe.
So it's like, but
But it's also, I mean, if you listen to a lot of the conservative people about this stuff, they're not following like a bonkers level of logic. On the outliers, of course they are on the outliers. But like even Candace Owens things where she says some fucking crazy shit.
yeah, but she does it all for money.
Yeah,
It's a
maybe.
There's no maybe. It's these people are fucking grifters, and that's like.
But I don't think she was like part of the Black Panther Party, and then
No,
was
I mean,
like,
she
can
was-
make money, and then was like,
No,
I think she's always felt this way. But
No,
then
she
she's getting
like fucking.
encouraged.
You've seen this shit before, where she like sued. I don't even remember exactly what it was, but she like sued with the NAACP, like sued somebody for like a whole thing. It was like she's like a former fucking whatever. Like she's
I don't know that. I got to see that. I have no idea.
no, she's a fucking grifter, and it's more power to anybody who is a grifter who can. That's what I'm saying. Who can grift?
Make money.
Who has the ability in them
See,
to be a grifter?
Because there's part of me that you know when you can see the matrix a little bit, like it would be wise to take advantage of it. You know what I mean? But I can't do that.
That's what I'm saying is you can't do that. And that there's people who can have the ability to shut off a certain part of their brain to be a grifter, and that's what I'm saying. That's a great way to make money.
Just being a straight up fucking asshole to the people around you. Like I hate that. I can't do it, man.
But these people exist to help other people feel reassured in their opinions.
Yeah.
And their shitty opinions, they have somebody that they could say, oh, well, look, this person is like that. This person is like this. Oh, this person is a Palestinian who loves Israel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
that type of shit. But it's like that person's a grifter, and it's like good for them on being a grifter because you've been able to make a good amount of money on it.
Yeah. But at the same time, like
It's all about reassurance.
Yeah, well, absolutely, it's about reassurance, but it's also like, you know, I've been wrong so much. I hate to be convinced about anything, you know, one way or the other. So I'll have
But you shouldn't want to be right. Do you know what I'm saying?
talk about that. What do you mean?
Like you shouldn't walk around constant. There's plenty of people we know where it's like they feel a certain way and they'll
I see
do
what
and
you're
say whatever they can to prove that they're right. Where I don't give a shit if I'm right or wrong about literally. I don't. But I also don't go out and try to make grandiose points about whatever. And
The only thing you're wrong about is when you're like, you're trying to piss me off on purpose.
no, I'm not wrong about that. I'm 100% right because you do that on purpose.
Not always.
Well, it's like
I'll do
no, it's because
something.
it's the same exact thing. It's the same exact thing. I've grew up with older siblings and cousins, and now even this weekend, my brother-in-law does this constantly.
What do you do?
Constantly does
What did
the
the
same
funniest man in the world do?
does the same exact thing that you do, where he'll be like, do something, and I'll be like, dude, stop, and he's like, well, come on, and I'm like, dude, stop fucking with me. I don't know. Hold on. I tell him like, dude. I go, stop fucking with me. And he goes, and then you'll do the same thing. Be like, dude, I'm just fucking with you. And I'll go, I know. And that's what I want you to stop doing. We're saying the same thing.
Yeah.
I am not oblivious to what you're doing. I want you to stop doing it. I'm telling you to stop fucking with me. And you're saying, come on, I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm literally like,
I'm not talking about you specifically.
I'll be like, well, here's what happens.
You know what I don't like and do like, and you purposely do things that I don't like because you want to get a rise out of me.
Well, a lot of times I just want you to get off your phone. That's usually what I'm doing. I'm usually like going like, "Hey, buddy."
And
and you're like, bro,
and it has nothing to do with the phone. It's I don't want to be touched, and you know that I don't want to be touched, and you know that that's the thing. That's the thing I don't like is whenever people know exactly what I don't want them to do to me, and then they do it, and then
you don't like to be touched.
No,
even just like a little bit.
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Interesting.
You know this.
I don't know this.
You are like such a fucking retard. I've told you this a million times. You know exactly, and now you're doing it again.
I'm not doing it again. Come on. Here's what happened. You got damaged.
I'm not damaged.
Your family.
What, over Thanksgiving?
No.
In general?
Growing up, the people
I'm
that
not damaged. You're damaged.
No. We're all damaged.
Look at your fucking face. Fucking idiot.
We're all damaged, but
not.
you had people that were constantly fucking with you growing up. Constantly. They were genuinely doing that, you know? And so then you had to develop this armor to not, to make sure that they didn't fuck with you. And the way you figured out how to get them to not fuck with you is to shut them down immediately. But then a nice, sweet man comes along. Who's just trying to be your friend and just trying to maybe lighten up the area or maybe
it's not even true.
Engage into a conversation.
None of this is even logically true.
I feel like it's a little true.
It's just
it's pretty true. And then
my brother-in-law's the biggest culprit.
No,
because he does the same. Literally, what I just said. He does it, where he does something. And I'm like, stop, and then he goes, "Whoa, come on!" And I'm like, "Dude, stop." This happened this weekend. We were around a fire, and he was fucking with me, and I said, "Hey, stop fucking with me," because he constantly does it.
What does he say?
I don't even remember. But then he goes. Well, come on. I'm just fucking with you. And it's like, yeah, you're fucking with me, and I'm telling you to not fuck. It's literally like you walk up to me and you twist my nipples, and I'm like, hey, man, don't twist my nipples. I don't like when people twist my nipples. And you go, what? I'm just twisting your nipples. And I go, yeah, and I'm telling you not to twist my nipples.
Yeah, see, I want you to be able to develop just such a comfort with life that
I am so comfortable with
people
life.
can twist your nipples and it doesn't even bother you.
Because that's impossible.
Dude, someday.
I'm so comfortable. I'm one of the most comfortable
Do you think the Dalai Lama gets upset when people twist his nipples?
The Dalai Lama's a rapist.
No,
or something.
Okay. I haven't heard that one before.
Or something.
Dude, that is, by the way, that is like when you go to type in Twitter, that's what it autofills automatically.
Dalai Lama is a rapist or something?
Yeah, or something. Or X person is a rapist or something.
Yeah.
Who would you like to call a rapist or something today?
I have no patience for somebody attempting to get a rise out of me.
But you're a comedian. That's like what you're doing.
What are you talking about?
You're like always trying to get rises out of people.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to make people laugh.
Yeah, a rise.
That's not a rise.
Yeah, but
a rise is anger.
Yeah, but I'm trying to make you laugh in a.
But you know what you know when you do these things that they are not making me laugh.
I genuinely do not intend.
So not true.
I want you to believe me because you don't believe me.
I don't. Of course I don't.
But I will tell you because
I know the truth.
The truth is that I will do something because that's what I do sometimes. And then you will get upset by it.
This isn't a misinterpretation.
And then I remember that you don't like it. And that does make me want to do it more.
That's it. What you just said right now.
Yes.
Makes me want to do it more. That is a mean thing to do, and that is a purposely hurtful thing to do to another person.
It's not purposely
hurtful. You just said, hey, here's the thing I know you don't want me to do, and that makes me want to do it more.
Well, when you get upset by something that I consider trivial, there is like a thing where I'm like, why?
We're saying the same
why
thing.
Does it bother you? Like it wants.
That's not the issue. It's not why. It's nobody's job or business to find out why anything.
Dude, I'm in the business of why.
No, you're not.
I'm a why guy.
You're not a why guy.
I like a why. I want to know.
No, there's no why. There's no why to anything. I don't owe anybody an explanation for anything I've ever done in my entire life.
I'm not. I say to you, I didn't pay for it. I just think
Well, you're fine. You want to find out why? I'm not giving you why.
Oh, see, that's no good.
No, nobody deserves why. Everybody deserves.
I gotta dig. I'm gonna get
the digging. The digging is you just hit it right on the head.
I want to get a 23andMe of your genetic background, and then I'll
I'm
study
fine.
it. And
nobody wants to be fucked with.
And I'll be like, wait a second. Oh, this is okay. I'll figure it out.
Nobody wants to be fucked with.
I know, but I'm not. What I need you to understand is that I don't intend in my mind.
You just said right now. Listen, before you backtrack what you just said, you said I do a thing. I see that you don't like that thing, and you said what? That
makes me want to do it more.
So that is purposely hurtful. Whether you disagree or agree, that is what you're saying. I see that I got a rise out of you, and all that makes me want to do is get more of a rise out of you and make you angry on purpose.
Yeah. It takes me a while to snap out of it, because it's not, but I want you to understand it's not intentional. It's an automatic thing that happens.
That is intentional.
It is.
That is intentional. It makes me want to.
It makes me. I don't want to do it.
And that's intent.
It makes me do it.
Oh my God. That's like people. What that? Yeah.
The devil did.
Jodie Foster made fucking John Hinckley shoot Ronald Reagan. It made him want to do it.
I mean,
and he did it on. That's like him saying he shot the president on accident.
I mean, but he would have had to make plans.
You make plans every day to ruin my fucking life.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I don't make plans.
You planned it out.
I get here, and if I feel like the energy's a little off, I'm like, I got to get Bruce into a better spot. And sometimes,
and you're like, here's the way I can get Bruce into a better spot is by purposely dragging him down.
No,
but we don't know. Nobody. The energy is unimportant.
No,
We're fine.
It's not good, dude. I got to get. But when I see somebody who's like a little off, or if my interpretation, I'll poke them in the ribs.
There you go. That's not your job.
I want to get him like, hey,
that has nothing to. Somebody else's energy has nothing to do with you.
Oh. But it does though, because I can affect a person's energy, and
you do,
and I can bring them up and make them.
But
feel
you
good.
are right now. You're saying I have the ability to bring them up.
Yeah.
But I choose.
Come on, I bring you up sometimes.
I'm not saying
Bruce.
you don't, but you're saying what you're saying is that you choose to bring that person down because you find something that they don't like, and then it makes you want to push more on that.
Yeah,
you're moving in the opposite direction of what you are saying.
No, I want you to understand that intention and action are different. And this is true for everybody. That especially comedians, especially like friends or family, especially family, because there's a different level of intimacy for family. To where if you let something bother you, this is what I told my boy.
My dad does it too. My dad purposely.
Yeah.
Got to the thing this weekend where we were. I'm getting food. And my dad, I'm talking with somebody, and I don't hear my dad. I don't even know what he says. And then he loudly yells, I said, hi, Bruce, how are you doing? And I said,
which is so
in
funny
the middle,
because he can't hear that well anyway.
And I'm in the middle of a conversation talking to somebody else. And I said, I'm good.
Yeah.
I already have said hello to you. And then he's like, I'm sitting there, and I'm like, okay. And then I go to do it. And then he does it again.
Yeah.
The exact same thing.
Yeah.
And then he looks at Kelly and he goes, oh, well. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I just don't understand. And I'm not saying that I don't do it ever either, but it's like just the idea of getting a rise purposely out of somebody.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Yeah.
It's just, and I'm not talking about in a joking way of like.
But that's all it ever is for me. I'm never trying to piss you off. I'm just like, I don't know. Anything is better for me than you staring at your phone a lot of the time. So I'm just like, hey, come on, let's do something. I go, let's watch all the Lord of the Ring movies. Let's do something. I got all these little things that I try to pull thing. I'm like, come on, let's.
But we're together already. That's enough.
That's why I love podcasts.
Company is enough. My presence is enough.
No, dude, it's not.
It is.
It's not. You have to be present.
I am very present.
Dude, sometimes.
I'm one of the most present people in the. A lot of people say they're more present than me. I'm the most present guy.
I mean, being in your presence is a gift. I will say that.
And I agree. And I think that people should feel lucky to be in my presence.
They should. And I do feel lucky in your presence, but I want more. I'm like, I'll sometimes. Do you remember when your internet wasn't working?
I do. What?
I fucked it up on purpose so that you'd talk to me.
Yeah, right, dude. And now look what I got, dude. I have a fucking high-speed wired connection to play MLB The Show.
And that
also, dude, the offer still stands. If any of you fucking bums even think you can step to me on MLB The Show, feel fucking free. I'll give you my personal phone number.
But do you see how like you went through something uncomfortable of the the internet not being so slow, and because you went through that,
Now I'm really good. Now I'm really good at MLB The Show.
Is so much better, and you didn't let it stop you, and you rose above with a higher megabytes per second. You know what I mean?
How about you bite my mega for a couple seconds, bud? That's what I say to you. That's what I say to you.
Oh, I love biting megas.
I got a mega, dude.
Dude, that's so, your dad cracks me up, man.
One of the most infuriating people in the entire world.
But yes, but just like Al Bundy or whatever.
I love it more than anything.
Yeah.
And that's what sucks.
Yeah.
Because I've always hated, and it's like a younger child thing. Do you know what I'm saying? I think it's like a younger sibling thing.
Yeah.
That as soon as somebody is purposely doing anything to bother me, and I know, and I can pick up on it immediately.
Yeah.
And of somebody doing something just to bother me, I am just shut it down now.
Yeah.
I will go straight to it and shut it down.
Yeah. Yeah, you shut it down and it hurts. It hurts sometimes.
But it's not this it doesn't hurt. What should hurt is you should feel bad for even doing it.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't feel bad.
That's the thing.
But here's what you need to understand.
You're a sick individual.
I want to feel bad, But I got fucked with so much my entire life.
So what, you're lashing out. My parents hit me, so now I kill the dog.
No.
That's what you're doing.
My parents hit me, so I train my muscles to avoid hitting. I'm so buff that if you hit me, it doesn't bother me.
I want to hit you.
Like water off a duck's back. That's what if people fuck with me, you know what I do? I spin out of it. You know what I mean? I spin right. They go, hey man, you're fucking gay, and I think you're a rapist. I go, yeah, you know when I fucking raped your dad last night? And they go, hey, and I go, what? I thought we were riffing. People say the worst stuff, like you're a bad husband and your wife hates your guts and your kids are going to be fucked because of who you are. And I go, you're damn right. I just trained them to kill 2 people last night. I'm not training them to be murderers. And I just roll with it. You know what I mean? That's the only way I've been able to survive is to roll with the insults.
You don't have to roll with anything. You just shut it. Yeah, stick up for yourself and shut it down.
Nah, I roll with it. I'm like a butterfly. The problem with because I move like a butterfly, but I don't sting like a bee. I move like a butterfly, and I sting like a dog, which they can't. See,
you're a real good metaphor guy,
Thank you. I appreciate that. I used to always give metaphors at T-Mobile, so much so that customers would get upset with me sometimes. Because I remember I gave a metaphor to a woman. I was just like, the contract, it's like, you buy, like you go buy shoes, but maybe you only buy shoes so you can walk on the sidewalk. But the sidewalk costs $10 a day to walk on. But if you buy your shoes at the store, you don't have to pay the $10 walking fee. And
she's like, your fucking head through a tablet.
And she goes, just because I'm a woman, you think I only understand buying shoes? And I was like, oh, no. I'm like, it was definitely a bad metaphor, but that's not what I was saying. So where's your manager? I'm like, fuck. All right.
I said, bitch, go to fucking Sprint.
Yeah.
Why don't you fucking get over to Sprint?
Anytime people go, where's your manager? I just start undoing my zipper. I go right here.
Here's the manager, and you start waving your semi-hard penis.
It's turning purple.
Yeah,
I'm just squeezing it. Here he is, the manager.
Opening the head.
You want to talk to the GMs? I just pull my balls out.
Just that, and just like that, I don't know. That being rude, people being rude on purpose, like being purposefully mean.
Yeah, I don't love purposefully
like just mean on purpose.
Yeah, and I will say, like, if somebody's angry, I've noticed this about myself. If somebody's angry, that's a friend, I try to get them out of that. Unless it's like a serious thing, like a real serious thing. I will try to get them out of that. And sometimes that will not go well. But if somebody is going like, hey, honestly, I'm having a hard time, I need you to stop, then I will immediately stop. Like if they're like super serious, then I will be like, but if you're angry, I don't know what's wrong with me, but if you're angry, I'd go, dude, fucking knock it off. Like, I guess if you're really serious angry, I would stop, but then I'd be offended by you being too serious. But like, there's a version of like anger where I'm just like, come on, it's not that bad. It's not the end of the world. Let me touch your shoulder. Yeah, chill out.
Yeah,
And you're like, oh, I'm watching TikToks, dude. I'm
Just
like,
don't spin this back on me.
no. I'm owning it. You know, I'm owning it 100%. But I want to explain the breakdown of, you know, what's going on with me. You know, I don't want you to sit there and think that I'm at home with like graph paper, you know, deciphering a plan on how to piss you off, because I'm not. It's always accidental. You know, my intention is always to just, you know, make you feel good, you know, make you feel better.
Well, just suck me.
I mean, if I could, I'm no good at it, you know. I got a snaggle tooth. You wouldn't like it. I got sharp canines. Yeah. It's bad. It's really bad. My dad does